Hello again everybody. In this video I'm going to do a little bit more in depth on the minuet in G, just so that you can look for certain things when playing it in your exam. The first thing you want to remember is not to play it too fast. Remember, when you've got nerves, everything comes out faster anyway, so do practice it slower, it really will work. Now in a previous video I've talked about the slurs, but just very quickly to recap, a slur is where you stress the first note and less on the second note. They're smoothly connected, but the first one is louder, like a word with two parts. And I use the word Peter, Peter. So the first eighth note slurs are. And then you've got some quarter note slurs in bar 2, and we use the word music, music. So that's very important. Now this little section is really a phrase on its own, so you have to breathe after that last note that I've just played. I'll demonstrate. If I was to go straight through, it doesn't sound anywhere near as musical. You need to think of it as taking a breath, as if you were singing. Now in the next section we have a little bit of a strange thing going on. In the right hand it feels very much like it's in 2/4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. But it's actually of course in 3/4, and it's the left hand that really helps here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Together it goes. Much more fluent than trying to get it to, if you're thinking. Sounds very, very solid and a little bit too static. So from the beginning. And then of course at the end we have the triplet followed by the trill. Now you've got to try and make the trill follow through as if it's a line and not as a bump. We don't want. Now, the Mozart is made up of a very simple thing actually. The first half ascends. And the second half descends. It's a very clever idea, and you think that Mozart was only 6 when he wrote this. Already we're getting the Mozart genius coming through. It's very similar to the first half, but as it's descending, it has a little bit of a different feel. You can feel those sort of descending motions sort of. And again we have the 2/4 feel. Dynamically, you don't want to play it too loudly. Mozart's piano was very, very small sounding compared to the one that we have today, and the bass was much, much lighter. So do not play the left hand too loudly. It sits in the middle of the piano very nicely, virtually all the way through. So keep it very, very light. Just before I play a full performance, the other thing that's very important to remember are rests. Rests are written for a musical reason, so do not hold them on when they're not needed. I'm thinking in the left hand in this passage here at the beginning. Take the hand off, do not leave it on. And here's a full performance. I hope that was of use. Let us know. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.